guys, when you're having fun, we are having fun with you, sharing our knowledge so that, you know, life looks so much better and success in your business and life in general. So welcome, friends. Welcome. My name is Alka.
My name is Ria.
And welcome to our
show.
So today, my friends, I'm going to be sharing from my book, chapter 3, and it's Say a Little Prayer. Say a little prayer. What do you desire? What are you desiring from your life? What is it? The business that you want? Is it the health that you desire? Is it the money, the financial that you want? Because when we have faith is not just the higher power. The higher power, of course, is you're going to receive from the higher power, but having faith in yourself, your ability to really, you know, have everything that we want requires faith and the ability, the will to also keep on moving in spite of obstacles that lie in our way. Now, when I would, you know, there were times in my life, a good 5 years ago, I was at a crossroads. I was in the place of my life that my life wasn't going anywhere. I was working downtown here in Toronto, working downtown, commuting by subway, back and forth. And I was working in a store. It was a job, just over broke. It was enough for me to pay my bills. I wasn't satisfied. I wasn't, you know, there was more. I would say to myself, each time I would come back home, there's gotta be more. There's gotta be more out of life. And so I would say a prayer, you know, just help me to get out of this rat race, this job that I have that I'm not satisfied. And so I would say a prayer, and I would spend so much time consuming, is this the right direction for me? So I'm going to share with you. So I think it's better to illustrate as to what I'm going to talk about. So chapter 3 is, how should we do it? Maybe this way, right? So chapter 3 I'm talking about is Say a Little Prayer. And having, you know, so I'm going to talk about two things. One is the science behind this chapter 3, the science. And what I'm going to talk about here is what we desire is not enough. And, you know, it comes down to your dreams. Because as you recall in the Think and Grow Rich book, chapter 3, Desire, I talked about whatever you are desiring out of life, whether it's the business you endeavor, whether it's the finance that you are wanting, whether it's 100K a month, of, you know, 50K a month, what does that look like for you? How does life look? And your dreams are, you are one step away from your dreams. Your dreams and your desires, they are both go hand in hand. So what you desire and your dreams and your subconscious mind is working for you 24/7. So your dreams and your subconscious mind is 24/7. It works with you 24/7. So whether you are asleep and you are awake, it is working for you. Your subconscious mind, which is your feeling, and your emotional mind, your conscious mind, is your intelligent, is your it's your intellect, right? It's your intellect. So it's your subconscious mind that receives everything that we are wanting. I want to share two things. So one is the science behind. So when we are angry or we are fearful and we have doubt, these emotions that are very deep-seated in us, when these thoughts come into our mind, how your physiology automatically changes, your biochemistry changes. And so in return, as it changes, your subconscious mind recognizes as to what is happening on a deep conscious level. And that's why it's so powerful. That's why your subconscious mind, it is so powerful, because your subconscious mind wants you. It wants you. So it wants you. It wants success for you. And so your subconscious mind is going to do everything in its power to making sure that you get what you desire. So number one, the science behind, I want to share, because it's very important that this topic itself, a little prayer can go a long way. But once you know how your thoughts, first of all, how your thoughts, and especially was true in the Think and Grow Rich book, in the chapter 3, desire, when I talked about what you are desiring can come forth, can be manifested, but you got to be in the positive realm, in the positive mindset, right? So you got to be positive for you to attract our goals, our dreams, and our desires. So point number 2 is the techniques, right? So the technique is point number 2 that I wanted to talk about. And so how do we go about attracting what we want? So a little prayer is the means, is a tool to how we desire what we want, right? So just like in the Think and Grow Rich book, the tools that I talked about was visualization. I talked about visualization. I talked about meditation. Visualization, meditation. And so these are tools. So the most powerful is visualization. Why is that powerful? Because it comes down to the imagination. When we imagine, and this is best done in the mornings. If you are a morning person, that is wonderful, because when you visualize, you imagine. So I'm just going to take another sheet of paper just to illustrate the point. So when you imagine, this is you. Like my picture, little Miss Daisy. So if you can imagine, so this is your imagination, which goes on in our minds 24/7. We imagine what we want. Rhea and I, we wanted properties. We imagined as to where we wanted to be, right? So this is our imagination. Imagination. This is our imagination. So she is imagining right now. She is imagining what she is wanting. A little prayer is good, because having that faith, as I said in the beginning, having that faith in your ability, you got to have the faith in your ability to also attract. So your higher power, the higher intelligence, supreme power, whichever word you would like to use, it will come about. The higher power, God, will give to you the message. He will transcend that to you, and you in turn have to have the ability to also receive and make that work. And how you make that work? Well, you have to take actions. You have to take actions towards your goals. So actions towards your goals. So this chapter, it is powerful because it allows you to really change our minds, changing our thoughts, and our thoughts and feelings will lead to. So it's changing our thoughts, our feelings, and our feelings in turn will lead to our behaviors. And at the end of the day, it comes down to our behaviors, comes down to our actions. How do we perceive with people around us, people in the community? How do we perceive others, and how do the other people perceive us? So it comes down to your behaviors at the end of the day. So this chapter, just a little prayer, is enough for you to really, number one is your imagination. And what are you imagining? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings that are going through your mind at this moment in time? And so I just wanted to leave here with you that, when we talk about, how do we process? How do we process thoughts and, information in general in life? And so it comes down to our mind, your subconscious mind that is working with us 24/7, is working for you, even when you're asleep. That is so powerful. Even when you are asleep, your subconscious mind is working for you. So I just wanted to leave this chapter here with you today, and just let it sit with you, that when you are saying just a little prayer, how the prayer can be so effective if you learn to just channel yourself, channel your thoughts and feelings, so that it is working for you and not against you. So that is very important. So I just wanted to leave that here with you, so that, anytime throughout the day, you're going to be more mindful as to what you need to do. Think positive, what you want to attract into your life. So also, what I did not share, but was when you are wanting to attract those positive, you got to be in alignment with what you're wanting. So it's good. It's not good if you say that you are wanting, say you're wanting 50K a month, but your mind is always thinking negative. Your mind is always on the wrong side of what you're wanting. So you're not in alignment. You're actually disconnected with what you're wanting, because your feeling and your thinking is not alignment to what you desire. So be mindful of that what you want, you have to attract, you have to want, but you got to be in that right mindset to attract that. So I love this. I think it is so powerful, because at the end of the day, it comes down to our mind and our thoughts and feelings, which are so powerful, which, just a little prayer is enough, but it's not enough when we are looking at the bigger picture to what we are desiring. So friends, I just want to leave that here with you today, and just so that you can just reflect on what I was sharing and illustrating, so that you can imagine now from today as to what you need to do. What are the tools that you have in your toolbox to allow you everything that you are desiring? So just a little prayer will go far, but not further to what you are imagining for your life. So friends, Ria, do you want to share anything you'd like to share as well? Maybe what
Yes,
what I
Alka,
was
thank you.
illustrating? Yes.
Yes, thank you for that beautiful little lady.
Miss Daisy.
Miss Daisy, yes. So what I can share is I believe prayer should be our first tool, for every situation. What I do personally is I start the day and end the day with a prayer. Now, you also mentioned about subconscious mind plus repetition plus our emotion plus action will become a reality. So stay tuned, guys, for our next Alka and Ria show, and we'll we'll implore with you all our knowledge that we've learned from reading the books. So stay tuned.
Absolutely, Ria, definitely. That is prayer first thing. It really has helped me. It's really helped me in the trajectory that I wanted to go and where I'm going, because as we were sharing that, you don't have to, even when you just pray, you don't have to go to an institution. You can just pray in your heart. Like with me, God is always with me in my heart, and prayer, starts you off in the right direction. So I love that, Ria. And praying, it really helps you, and it actually keeps you grounded. I find it keeps you grounded. So it doesn't matter what your day is looking like ahead, you've had that prayer, and you've had the faith for God's been with you internally. You feel good. I feel good.
Alka, what I can do is, especially if things are not wrong, or if things seems impossible, that they're big mountains to climb, I'll always offer it to the Lord, and I say to the Lord, Lord, thy will be done. Thy will be done. Because see, climbing those big hills, those big goals, I believe that I cannot do it by myself. I believe that everything is possible with the Lord. So if you put God first, then nothing is impossible.
Absolutely, exactly. God first, and let God do its work for you, and see what happens, because miracles can happen. Miracles have happened. But when you put God first, when we learn to put God first, he will, God knows, it's the time when we talk about patience. Oh, I've worked so hard, but I've not gotten what I wanted. You have to allow time, because and certainly I'm starting to see that, Ria. I'm starting to see that, like, we have to be patient. But friends, let us put God first, and then miracles will happen. Say a little prayer, and then make your life, what you're desiring, to really make the success that you are wanting. So friends, stay tuned for Ria Nauka Show. We will see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. So make the rest of the day the best of your day.